Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have a super exciting one because I am going to be doing a new in Revolution Beauty video. The main focus of this review is for the Skin Silk foundation, and they brought out some new products for that range, which is super exciting. I also have some really exciting news to include in this video as well, which I absolutely love and I'm so grateful for. And there's also a few other products in here that are new on their website that's not part of the Skin Silk, but I wanted to include it in this video anyway. So if you want to see my review on the new in products on Revolution Beauty, then please keep watching. Okay, we have got a lot to try today. I'm so excited. So firstly, we're going to be trying this. This has just launched on the website. This is the Hydra Base Cream to Water Primer. It's suitable for all skin types and it has 4D hyaluronic acid. I don't know what that means, but I'm more excited about this because it's cream to water. I don't like using thick moisturizers because they just make me feel really oily. So this is the type of moisturizer formula I tend to go for a lot more. This is what the packaging looks like. Ignore my thumb, honestly. All these nails have to go. They all need to come off. That's making my natural nails so weak. Anywhoozle, this is what it looks like. It's looking really, really promising. The texture of it, you can tell it's really nice and thin. Okay, so that has sunken into my skin really nicely. I love the finish of it. It's not too like wet looking on the skin. It just gives the skin a nice little radiant glow. It doesn't feel like all my makeup is going to slip and slide everywhere over it. So let's see what this looks like with my makeup on top. But so far, I really like this. This is not cheap, by the way. This is £10.99, £11. That is quite expensive. I mean, I am loving the formula though so far, and it might be a good like sort of alternative to Charlotte Tilbury maybe. Let's see. Next, I also want to try a little bit of this. So I have done a video on this on my TikTok. I did a content piece for Revolution for it, so I was sent it by them, and this is their take on like the gripping primer. So this is called the Super Fix Super Grip Primer, and this is a hydrating gripping primer, and it also has like smoothing ingredients in it. It's got watermelon extract and niacinamide in it. It just sounds really lovely, and I just want to try it with you guys on camera because I haven't obviously used this on YouTube. So this retails for £7.99, and I'm just going to put a little bit on because obviously I've got the water base on. I'm going to put it on mainly my sort of like T-zone area because obviously that's where I get oily. And straight away I'm hoping you can see that, but it does have a really nice grip to it. It's supposed to have like a non-sticky formula. Obviously the formula itself when it's dried down is sticky, but it's grippy. But I think they mean the formula itself when it comes out of the tube, it's not sticky. It is that more gel type, and this is really nice. I do like this. If I'm honest, I don't really use a ton of gripping primers. I tend to just stick to my pore filling ones, but I have been using this a lot recently since I was sent it, and I've been really enjoying it. Okay, so moving on from them primers, we're finally on to the main excitement of today's video. So a year ago, Revolution launched this foundation, which is the Skin Silk Luminous Serum Foundation, and what they've managed to do a year later is extend the shade range. So I got a very exciting email back in August, September time maybe, and I got invited to be part of the campaign, which is absolutely surreal. I cannot believe that. I was really nervous about it because basically, for those of you who watch Luce as well, you know, or you might not know, but my YouTube best friend Luce, she used to work for Revolution. She worked for quite a while. She doesn't work there anymore. So anytime there would be like a focus group or an event or something for Revolution, I know Luce would be there, and that would make me feel a bit more comfortable. But this was like the first major thing I've been to with Revolution, like without Luce there. So I was like, I feel like I was completely on my own, but I wasn't, because when I was there, I met and spoke to a couple of people that I know in this sort of like YouTube space, which was really nice. And it was just such a surreal experience. We got our shade matched, we've got our hair done, our makeup done, and then obviously we was photographed. Now I was actually shade matched to 5NW, which I believe is one of the new shades. Just gonna add another pump. Yeah, so 5NW is not really a shade I would typically go for, just because I am on the paler side, and I honestly think F2, you know, goes with my skin fine. But the reason I was shade matched to 5NW was because of my redness, and the peach undertones in shade 5NW really counteracts them well, which I definitely did notice a difference when I had that shade put on me. The only thing that puts me off about wearing it is that it's just going to be too orangey for my skin tone, where I naturally have like a cooler pink undertone to then go to like a peachy darker undertone. I just know it wouldn't go well with my neck and my chest, which it was a little bit too dark for me in that sense, but I understood the education behind it and why it was a better suited colour because of the peachiness of it. So I'm just so grateful I got to be a part of it. It was so fun. I would love to do it again, and hopefully go in with a little bit more confidence, because that was my first time of ever doing anything like that, and I just loved every minute of it. Even if I didn't show it, on the inside I was screaming, because Alex years ago would not have believed me if I told her she was going to be in a campaign for Revolution. It's just, yeah, absolutely wild. I loved it. But yeah, I won't ramble on about it too much, otherwise I'll be here all day. And if you've not tried the foundation yet, you definitely need to give it a go. If you've got oily skin, I probably wouldn't wear it for long makeup days, just because it is quite a dewy foundation. But it's so smooth looking on the skin, and I love the coverage. Obviously, you can still see a couple of my blemishes peeking through, but they are really red. Okay, moving on to these. These are the Skin Silk Under Eye Brightener and Concealer. I've got the two lightest shades here. I've got Fair Cool, and I've also got Light Peach. So these retail for £8.99. Again, you know, quite expensive. I feel like everyone is just becoming so expensive now. But these are so cool because they have like this metal applicator on it. I absolutely love it. I'm just going to swatch both of these shades. So I'd say they are both quite on the fair shade. This is the cool one and this is the peach one. They are very thin in texture, which I do like. I think I'm going to use my finger for this, just because I feel like that's, you know, going to be the best way to apply it. I'm going to start off with the peach colour, because I feel like it's going to give us a little bit of correction, and then I can go in with the cool shade to brighten. Oh, I forgot how long my nails are. No one mourns the wicked. So this is what the light peach shade looks like. As you can see, it has provided me with some coverage. It's also really dewy and hydrating. But if you're fair like me and you want the brightening effect, I would definitely go for Fair Cool. But I do like the peach shade, just to colour correct under my eyes slightly. But I am now going to go in with this one and see if that provides me with any more coverage as well. There is 100% a difference now between this eye and this eye. This eye looks nice and corrected, but this eye does have that brightening effect. So if you do have a fair skin, I would definitely go for the Fair Cool shade. It makes perfect sense to anyway, but I just wanted to give it a go to see if it would have been good enough to brighten, and it definitely does give me that effect. I will say though, the coverage is definitely not full. I would actually be tempted to go in with another like actual full coverage concealer as well, because I do love myself some full coverage. But this is a really nice natural way of brightening your under eye if you don't want to use heavy makeup. Just going to go in with my sponge over the top and just see if that makes any sort of difference. Okay, I feel like that has smoothed it out slightly better. Obviously with your finger it's quite difficult. Under eye is a little bit of a awkward area to get all the coverage there. The sponge has definitely smoothed it out slightly. You can tell how nice and hydrating it is. So it's just not something that I would use on the everyday basis, but if you do want something on the more natural side to give you that bright under eye effect, I would definitely recommend it. I've just gone in with a little bit of the Conceal and Define concealer just around the areas of my face that needed coverage. I've not added any under my eyes. just for the purpose of this video. Okay, moving on. Next, we're going to be trying the Skin Silk Bronze Sticks. These retail for £6.99 and they come in 6 shades. I do have 2 of them here. And yeah, these are really exciting. When I saw them at the focus group, I was like, yes, please. Because I love the cream bronzer, but it's so wet. I need something that's a little bit more matte, and this says that they're cream to powder, which I love. So considering how big the boxes are, I feel like the bronzer sticks themselves are quite small. They retail, I just told you that, £7. I don't need to say that again. I just want to show you how much product you get in them. You know, not a lot of product for £6.99, do you know what I mean? And this is the shade Sunkissed. I've actually showed you it backwards. This is the light bronzer. I'd still even say that that's like a fair bronzer. They also come like a little bit sweaty. Like, I don't know why that is. But they just have like wet drops on them for some reason. And then this is the shade Fair Sand. This is a very pale, cool toned bronzer. Like almost grey. Do you know what I mean? So if you are very, very fair and you like that more grey shade, for a bit more of a contour, I don't think I would use that as a bronzer. I would definitely pick that shade up. I think I am going to go in with Fair Sand though, literally as a contour, just to see what the colour looks like on me, because I am very intrigued. So I'm just going to use a more pointed brush and concentrate that there. Oh, that looks really good. Do you see the shadow? That actually looks really good. Love this formula. Once you get off the top layer, I don't know if I'll be able to tell that on camera, but it does have, hello, it does have that more matte effect to it. I'm just gutted that there's not really a lot of product in it. You know, don't knock that shade until you try it. If you are fair like me, it does create a really nice shadow. And I would use this for contour, not bronzer personally. It's definitely not warm enough for me to be a bronzer. But I actually really like how that looks, and it does give me the snatched like shadow effect. I was really worried because of the sweating on it that it was going to be really wet and dewy, but it's not. I absolutely love that formula. There's no wet dewiness to the skin where I've applied that. Next we're going to try Sunkissed, which is the more bronzer colour. The reason I'm not applying this directly to my face, by the way, is because I don't want it to mess up my skin, especially because I know now that it really does have that powdery matte finish to it. I would rather save my makeup and just put it directly on the brush, but I'm just gonna apply this to the skin. Oh, that is lovely. My skin is definitely warmed up. I'm really sad though because I just got bronzer on my Barbie jumper. Fuming. And that certainly gives me high hopes for the blush sticks. So I have got 2 colours here to show you, and these are really cute because they have like a marble effect to them. So again, they retail for £6.99 and there is 6 shades. First we have Sunkissed Apricot, which is like a peachy corally shade. How cute is that? Then we have Pinched Light Pink, which has a combination of like baby and dark pink in it. How cute. I was going to do orange blush, but I realised I'm going to be testing this out on TikTok as well, so I feel like I need to do pink, and you know, not mad at that. I'm just going to take my trusty Made by Mitchell blush brush. So the swirls do kind of come out when you apply it, which I think was kind of expected. Oh, I absolutely love the finish of these. Oh my goodness. This is like an oily skin person's dream in a blush, like bronzer stick. This colour is absolutely gorgeous as well. It just completely blurs and mattifies the areas of the skin that is being applied. It is absolutely gorgeous. This formula is so exciting and definitely like a new one for Revolution, and I love it. I'm blush blind, I do apologise. My light just died, but I managed to save it with a backup battery. I just want to swatch this colour. So that is the Sunkissed Apricot shade. It is a beautiful orangey coral, and I am so much more impressed with these sticks than I thought I was going to be. Yes, they are a little bit on the pricey side for how little product you get, but I'm so impressed with the formula. It really does mattify and blur those areas of the skin. Like, I'm obsessed with that. Okay, so I've powdered, bronzered and popped my brows on. I just want to show you what my skin is looking like with just the powder and bronzer on top. I've not applied any blush because I just want you to see how pigmented those blush sticks are underneath my powder. I'm super impressed. I do want to finally try this though. This is the like Beam Bright. So these are the highlighters that launched ages ago, but these are relatively recent. They are basically like the Rare Beauty like glowy blush dupes. I just made a massive dent in the blush and got that absolutely everywhere. It's all down my leggings. Thankfully, I don't think that's going to smash into pieces, so I think we're okay. But that was just so unnecessarily dramatic. Like, that did not need to happen. Okay, so I'm just going to take a blush brush and I'm using the shade Party Pink. Okay, if I do that, the dust will come off. Brilliant. I don't want to go too pigmented with this because I feel like it is going to be super glowy. But here we go. Oh, that's really pretty. The amount of blush I've got on is so funny, but do you know what? I absolutely love it. This is actually not as highlightery as I thought it was going to be. I think that's very beautiful and glowy on the skin. It's not too in your face. The colour is so pretty. I really like that. I think these did come out a while ago. It might have even been at like the end of last year. Yeah, they're £6.99. I think they're like the same as the highlighters. If you want that Rare Beauty glowy blush effect but don't want to pay the price tag, you might as well just buy this. Just using a little bit of the Beam Bright highlighter just on these areas, just to brighten my cheeks up a little bit. And then to set it all down, I'm just going to use the Jelly Mist. Okay, I had to do a swift exit on the previous clip because my lighting decided to die. But I'm back now. I finished off the rest of my makeup. Another new thing as well is I used the Siren Pink lipstick from the new shades of the Lip Allure lipstick collection. I have done a whole lip swatching video of these and I realised I haven't even uploaded that yet. So this is a sneak peek of one of the new shades in that collection. I probably should have filmed me applying it, but I have talked about and raved about these lipsticks so much. The only difference about these, obviously, they're brand new shades. So I will be uploading that video very soon. So this is my completed makeup using the brand new Revolution makeup on their website, and more importantly, the Skin Silk expansion of their collection. I'm not gonna lie, I think my favourite launch are the sticks. I just love the formula of these so much, especially with some of my skin type. I think they just go so well. The shade Sand of this bronzer really shocked me. It does create a really nice shadow on fair skin, and I love the shade Light as just like an actual bronzer. The blush colours are so beautiful, so yeah, they are definitely my favourite. The eye brighteners are really nice. I don't think they're something I'm going to reach for on the everyday basis, just because, you know, it's not really a normal step in my routine. I will say though, I definitely preferred them when I blended it out with a sponge, just to dial down on the dewiness of it. But I mean, I haven't even got a regular concealer there under my eye. That is just the eye brighteners, and I think they did a really good job. So I will give them that. I just think the actual product itself is not really something I'll reach for unless I felt like doing like an additional step in my routine. But I do love the coverage of those. This is a really good Rare Beauty dupe. If you want a really stunning, glowy, pinky blush, I would definitely recommend that. And I really enjoyed the primers as well. I feel like we've had such a successful video today, and I'm so happy about it because I love Revolution makeup and I love it when they bring out absolutely banging products. And of course, just a reminder to check out the Skin Silk shade expansion. If you couldn't find your shade in the original launch, definitely have a look at their new shades. Okay, so those were my thoughts on all the new in makeup on the Revolution Beauty website. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Comment down below, let me know what you think of these launches. I would love to know. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!